Welcome back to our Elm Creek adventure on Farming Simulator 22, number 31, with me, MrSealyp. That's right, we're back in Elm Creek. I'm down at the carpentry, my timber time woodwork. Obviously, as you can see, we're now in the start of April. We've skipped ahead a little bit. I was skipping ahead a little bit because I was trying to get a little bit more wool for my new spinnery. It hasn't really worked very well, considering I've now got 60 sheep. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. I've got a load of planks. I mean, that's working out really well. Goglepop off my Discord. You may have heard me mention Goglepop before. Sent me a picture of I don't know the best way to describe it. It's what's it called? The Farmer's Handbook. And it's like a single screenshot of everything you need to know about information regarding Farming Simulator, or Farming Simulator 22 more specifically. What's interesting, it's got a section on the side of it where it talks about production values. So for the productions, what your inputs are, and then your outputs, what the percentage increase is, how much kind of more you make. And the one that makes the most, it's not actually the planks, as far as I can tell by looking down the sheet, is timber to carpentry. Timber to carpentry, when it comes out the other end as furniture, is a 250% kind of markup, so to speak, on what you would have got for the timber compared to what you get for the furniture. I think that's about the highest one of all of them. If I remember, I don't know who made it. That's the thing. I was trying to look at who made it, and it was quite difficult actually. Oh, there we go, right at the top. Made by Mitz. I think it is Mitz at Mitz hashtag 4035. Credit to the community. Our Farming Simulator, credit for production values data, Herifos, I think it is, version 3.3. It's a whole lot of information. Like I say, hopefully I'll put it up on the screen now while we're talking about it. It's a fantastic little kind of, I don't know, not even a guide really, but it's yeah, very cool. But anyway, so I was saying about that, I've got a load of planks which we need to sort out. Because we've moved ahead a little bit, we've got a whole load of different contracts come up. While we're talking about contracts, I've got some baling. I've taken on a baling one, we're going to get on with that. And I've got a sewing contract that pays 19 grand. Sewing contracts are working out quite well, especially if you leave, I know I keep saying this, if you leave some seed in there, when you complete the contract, you get reimbursed as well. And often you can come up with more money than it says it will pay you. And that's after having taken a bit of a hit on leasing and that kind of thing. So there's more harvesting contracts available. I think all the sowing ones now are all planting rather than seeding, but the other one popped up. So I'm going to sort these out. Oh, I thought I had it turned on already. I'm going to deliver these. Then I'm going to go over to the farm because I've got, I think, enough tomatoes and lettuce on hand. Let's just get all these unloaded. I think it will take all of it. Please tell me I haven't reached the limit. Have I reached the limit? 18,000 is obviously what the maximum of this will take. That's rather annoying. I wasn't expecting that. Yep, 18,000 for planks is the most it will take. So I've got those two little bits left. I don't suppose it will let me pick those up even though they don't weigh anything. Oh yeah, well, let's just pop them to the side there, I suppose, because there's not much left on it. The weight is enough. Actually, that's quite nice. I hadn't come across that. I haven't actually tried it until now, because I suppose it still recognises the fact there's a pallet there. Because everything has a weight now, there are certain things you could and couldn't pick up before, regardless. When these are full, you can't pick them up, but now obviously the mass is reduced to enough that it will let you pick them up. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, so we're going to do the lettuce, tomato. Have I got enough for one of these left yet? Furniture, 922 litres. Not quite there for another furniture pallet. but we're getting there. We're going to drive past field 70 where I've got the planting contract, sorry, ready to go for corn. We'll get that underway. I think one of our fields, the home farm, is ready to harvest as well. The sorghum field seems to be good to go. So maybe we can get the harvester going on. This will be another one of those ones where we're kind of rocking and rolling quite a few different jobs. Yeah, so it was asked of me, I was going to say, it was asked of me regarding contracts. Am I ever going to do a series where I don't do loads of contracts? A couple of people had asked similar questions along those lines, and the answer to that is a tricky one. In that, if you're doing, because a lot of people say, well, can you do start from scratch? Can you do, you've got nothing, how do you build up your farm? Where do you go? What do you do? That kind of thing. That's very different to one of the ones where you start with $1 million. I bought this over from my last farm, I sold my last farm, I've got $1 million, let's buy loads of stuff. That's great. Tons of fields, loads of stuff. But as I've said a few times now, FS22 is a different beast as well with regard to the fact that you've got seasonal growth on or off, but regardless of that, you've still got the crops still take a long time to grow. So that cycle, FS19, where you could bounce almost daily, crop planted, crop grown, crop planted, crop grown, and you could very, very quickly harvest loads of stuff, sell loads of stuff, make a load of money. With seasonal growth, whether it's on or off on FS22, that's not as easy to do anymore. So regardless whether you start with a load of stuff, even if you start with a load of fields, you've still got to wait for those crops to grow. While those crops are growing, if you haven't got much money, how do you make money? How do you buy new machinery? Contracts work is really, unless you can find that revenue source, and again, if you're going to do something at the biogas plant, tons and tons of silage and sell millions of litres of silage, you're going to make a load of money. But if you're doing a start from scratch storyline or a let's play or however you're doing it, you won't necessarily start with mowers or land or grass or, you might not even own the biogas plant. There's so much you then need to buy and build up. Where do you get the money from? It's interesting, a couple of people commented, and then when I replied, it was, well, I put some money in, or, oh, well, I've got this, or I've got, it depends on how you're tackling it yourself, I think, is the best way of looking at it. It's all well and good saying, well, you should really try and do a let's play where you don't do loads of contracts. I'm not quite sure how I would make money, and then the person you're talking to says, oh, well, I just cheat some money in. Well, I can't do that. If I do that, people get angry because you're cheating. So, it's a weird one to tackle. I need to double check this. Again, that thing of measure twice, cut once. The contract is definitely for corn. Absolutely make sure, because you don't get a warning anymore. Sow field 70 with corn. Yes. Start with that. I'm going to go around the entire outside of the field first, then I'll set a worker off on that. We'll get that running. That may well run out of seed. Nice to be using something a little bit different on the contracts. And the reason I took on the baling one was because we haven't done any baling work on Elm Creek yet. We hadn't done any fertilising. We hadn't really done anything with larger tractors. So it's cool to have something a bit different pop up. So I know I was saying for quite a while on Elm Creek, because we were going through the winter, we hadn't really had many different contract types pop up. We know what fertilising contracts are available. There's, so we're kind of coming out of the winter. I say coming out of the winter. We're in April, and it's saying it's going to snow later. So who knows what's going to happen there? So that's another one of those things, I suppose. It's that kind of how did you start? How do you, if you're not going to do contract work? I've been racking my brains thinking, if I was going to do a storyline where I don't do any contracts, honestly, hand on heart, how do I make money? I'm trying to work out without already having something in place. It's different if I set up the Let's Play and I've already got a revenue stream. If I set it up that I already own the forest, I've got a chainsaw, I've got the carpentry, and I can chuck away making money just by doing lumber and forestry. But again, that in itself could be considered, again, like I say, how you do it is entirely up to you. And I will always set up my Let's Plays differently. I set this one up so I've already got access to the forest, I've got access to some stuff, because again, I needed to do some processes, I needed to do something. Having enough money to build up from a start from scratch to buy the forest, which was 1 point something million, that's going to take some time. It is very different. So yeah, how do you start? What do you do? How do you make money if you're not doing contracts? I'm incredibly curious to know. I think as well I've kind of got into that habit of I like doing contract work. You know, I find it's a great way of using loads of different equipment, doing loads of different processes when you don't have to necessarily own the gear yourself. When you get to a point where you do own the gear, you can still pick up the contracts, but then obviously you're using your own stuff, which means you don't then lose any money for leasing. Another thing as well I've got to get my head around, and I had a few problems, I don't know if I've mentioned this here on Elm Creek, but when I was showed the videos of AI workers and I was bringing machinery out to the field, and I set a load of workers to bring all the stuff out, and it was brilliant because I could just, you know, fiddle around doing what I was doing. But then I found a couple of times here on Elm Creek I was doing a job like this, I think I was doing harvesting, and I tried to get a worker to come from the store to bring out a trailer, and the game crashed. And I tried it a second time, not on the same field, but I was doing another similar job, and I tried to get a worker to drive somewhere, and the game crashed. And I thought that's a bit of a worry, that if I'm doing any kind of significant works and a significant job, the AI worker seems to be tripping over somewhere. So I kind of shied away from it. And again, I say a few people messaged to say, why do you keep going to get your contract equipment? Why do you keep going backwards and forwards to the store when you can get workers to bring it to you? It's a very good point. I need to get my head around doing that more often. I need to be doing that, but I also am in the back of my mind very conscious of the fact, especially if I'm recording more and I'm, you know, I don't want the game to crash. So yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a go. Maybe try it something else, and then we'll see how that pans out. But I need to get this process underway. I'll get rid of all the fruit and veg. I mean, technically tomatoes are a fruit, aren't they? Because they have seeds in a debate. I think technically they are. But the lettuce and tomatoes, I think I've got some eggs on a pallet. But the other pallet, again, the chickens are taking forever to get anywhere with the eggs. And we've gone through a lot of months now. And we started in December, so December, January, February, March, April, and we've got next to no eggs. That can't be right. Now I know I haven't got hundreds and hundreds of chickens, but really? Right, let's get that going. And then I'm going to go and sort out the... Did I lose engine running? No. Oh, what? That's perfect time, isn't it? Then I'm going to go and sort out doing this baling contract, because I haven't done one yet. I'll show you what I mean about the sheep as well. So when did we get these? Early March, was it? I haven't done any because we had snow on the ground. I was thinking, why did I not do any landscaping? Because we had snow, didn't we? So I haven't done any landscaping. I haven't put anything around it. I will do. Whoa. So spinner, I've got nothing on the go here. Nothing active. This one I doubled up the amount of sheep that I have in the other one because it's a bigger pasture. So this one's got 40 in. And in, what, a couple of months, we've got 580 litres of wool. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do some landscaping work now. Actually, what I can do, let's gather these stones up. There's not going to be many, but I can chuck them into the crusher. We'll make a little bit of money, not a huge amount. Our sunflowers are growing well. Our was that soybean I put in that one? Let's check out our field. Where are we? Field 48. Yeah, it was soybean, wasn't it? Yeah, so our sorghum's ready to go. Our canola's not. If we go back to our growth, there we go. So I suppose I can get the harvester going on that. We'll get the sorghum sorted. So yeah, loads of jobs. I can use the telehandler for the pallets. I'm just thinking, actually, can I get the telehandler into the barn? I'm not sure I can, actually. Let's disconnect that. I don't think I can. I'm going to have to use the smaller one, aren't I? So yeah, I've got another tomatoes, another lettuce there. Oh, another tomatoes there. Wasn't expecting having that either. Okay, we have got a load of stuff. It's time to load up. If I get it all out the barn using the other one, how much have we got here? Again, not very much, I don't think. 501 litres. I admit there's only 20 in there, but I've had those longer than I've had the other ones. You be the judge. Grass is growing again, which is great. So annoying, we can't pick those up anymore. Actually, eggs. How are we doing for eggs over here? Have we got any more here? We have. That's finally gone a little bit further. That sat on one stack for absolutely ages. So now we've got 3 stacks of eggs. That is improving. Food, 221 litres. They're going to need some feed. And then our field is ready to harvest. Sorghum. Might as well get that going now. Probably get all of that into one harvester load, probably. It's not a big field, but these are the home fields that Chris Nanji already had, so we started off with those. Probably need to build another barn or shelter somewhere, I'm just thinking. Got our plants just sitting out there, the mulcher that we bought. We haven't used the mulcher yet, so we can use it on here. Flowers still there. Oh, and that grass is still sitting in the ground. We need to scoop that up and get rid of that. Spring has sprung, sort of, provided we don't get a huge amount of snow. I don't want to be getting up the second part of April to snow on the ground again. Off you go. Okay. Let's open this. Let's load up. I think the best price for all of these is Johnson's Farmers Market at the moment, because I can take the telehandler and the trailer back over to the sawmill on the way. I say on the way, we'll go past it, but we can drop the produce off at Johnson's. Should have put them in the way. We've got enough room on the train. We have enough room. Way over. Way over, right. See you in a little while once I've got this trailer loaded up. I might just get everything out of the barn and then use the telehandler, but then while I'm using this anyway, if I've got the stuff already loaded up, it seems a bit mad not to use it. 3 in here, so we'll have a couple of lettuce, 5 tomato, and we've got a little bit of eggs. I think I can pick that one up by hand. Oh, this collision things drive me bonkers. Oh. Our produce is ready for delivery, and I just had this sudden thought. I was putting stuff on here, and I know there's not any strawberries. We did strawberries earlier on, and obviously the eggs, obviously the pallet's strapped down, but that's not. Yeah, we could lose those on the way in reality. But on Oberon, I'm doing very well with beehives. We've got a bit of money, so I'm thinking, as well as bales, we'll do some beehives. Beehives and bales today, I think. We might have a bit of space. Oh, yeah, of course we've got space up here on our new plot, haven't we? I'm going to put some beehives in. We'll get some honey underway as well. Why not? I might put a two or three. I'm just thinking. Yeah, some of the big Langstroth ones. We'll take 33s. Might put some beehives here. Yeah, we'll do that. Get some beehives in as well. I'm going to deliver the produce. Then we're going to get the baling stuff. Now, as far as the baling stuff goes, the equipment they give you, I've got one tractor and then all the equipment. So what I might do is move some of our gear over as well. The sorghum's done. I unloaded one full load of 4,900 litres. That's gone into the silo. And we've got less than 1,000 litres in there. Every single time I keep saying I'm going to get rid of that grass and I keep forgetting. How much have we got left in here? We'll get this put into the silo as well. It's not even 1,000 litres. 696. So we'll get that sorted out. Up to Johnson's Farmers Market to deliver all of this. Then this gear can go back to... Actually, do I want to take this gear back? Or do I want to get myself a bale spike for the loader? Because they haven't given me a trailer for the bales, for the bale contract. It's those unfolding round bale prongs. I'm not a big fan of those. This is cool. Nice to be getting some stuff done. I'm very, very curious to see, especially with how Sussex Farms was, with Jim introducing greenhouses for mushrooms and lemons and all that kind of stuff, whether we're going to see any of that stuff from Jim coming out. With the production change, the fact that the greenhouses produce already produce already. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what kind of greenhouses we get from Jim, because that'd be amazing. Or I say Jim, anybody. It's no because Jim did it on Sussex Farms already. It kind of stuck in my head. Go across. Should really have my beacons on because we're delivering eggs. No, it's not snow. Come on. It's April. Stop. April showers you're supposed to get. Not April blizzards. That's ridiculous. Oh well. Yeah, so as I was saying, I might put the bales on here for delivery. I'm not sure where they've got to go to actually. We should be just here. There we go. It's all going. There's our lettuce as well. Eggs have gone. We did all right. So the thing I'm thinking is maybe a bigger greenhouse. Should we get a bigger greenhouse to get that on the go as well? We've got two of the medium ones, maybe get a large greenhouse. I don't know, I'm just trying to expand on what we've got already, I think. Right, baling. Let's do some baling in the snow. Well, this is going to be fun. The money's gone down. I've put in 3 beehives. We'll see those later. And I've done a little bit of landscaping around the sheep pen, the spinnery, and the beehives. Yeah, we're going to be doing some baling in the snow. The sowing contract is complete, so actually I can finish that. 19,806 lease cost taken off, but reimbursement put on, so we're going to end up with 19,327. That's all right. Let's collect on that. Oh, there's another one baling there. Pays 24 grand. Mow the grass, bales. Okay, so no silage ones, but just hay bales. That's not too bad. I wonder what the equipment is for that. If I borrow items on that one. Field 71's a big field though. You know what? Will it give me enough space to put them in, or will it tell me these machines are waiting? Okay. Go on. Oh, right. Ah, right. So what I'm going to do, should have done that, but that contract wasn't there before. Let's use this mowing setup because that's bigger than this, or I could use both, I guess. Use both on both. Now, does it specify on either of these contracts? It's worth having a look. Mow the grass, dry it with a tedder and bale it. Take the bales to Johnson's Farmers Market. Tedder, bale it. Doesn't say they have to be round or square specifically. That is a round baler, that's a square baler. Maybe I should stick to what they're asking for. That's a much bigger tedder and a much bigger windrow. Right, we'll use all of that. Let's do this. I'm glad that popped up. Field 15 is not a big field. Field 71 I'll do off screen because that's a much bigger field. That's the huge grass field, which is over here. Field 15 is this tiddler up here. So you can see, one's going to take slightly longer than the other. Oh, now, can I? I don't know if this is a Vario setup, is it? Mow and ted at the same time. Would I be mowing and tedding in the snow? Normally, no. Oh, it's not, is it? That's just the stand. Okay. Got spoilt before. Let's go to field 15, get the mowing going, then we'll get that other tractor up there with the tedder. Crack on with that. I missed the turning. No, we're here. Just so we can be seen in the snow drifts. Honestly, can't get my head around this. This is crazy. I do like the old sheets flapping around in the breeze. This isn't going to take very long to get that field done, so I cut straight across. Yeah. So then straight on, and it's the field closest to the buildings, I think. Let's just check on the map. It is. Let's open it up. I wonder how much of the overlap it will let me do as well. Might as well cut as much as we can. Switch to the front, unfold that. Turn it on. Back, turn it on. So it's really literally let me do the field only. I always get a bit of overlap before, but apparently not anymore. You know what, let's get to work on this. I know it's not big, but... Right, we'll whiz down and we'll go and get the tedder. He'll be done shortly. I have already brought my trailer over, like I said. I'm going to do the round bales on this and we'll do square on the other, just to make absolutely certain. And then what we'll do is we'll take the mower from here, get it over to field 71, wasn't it? We'll get that going. Will this tractor have enough horsepower to run this? Should have, shouldn't it? No field found. Really? They're very helpful. And then I'll grab some of our tractors from the farm to do the rest of the jobs. So the windrowing and the baling will be done with ours. That makes more sense, doesn't it? So I'm going to see you now in a little while. That'll be the tedding done. Just how much of this off the field it's going to let me collect. Let's start engine. Fold that. Fold that. Engine's on. We'll get him shifted over to the other field. We'll get the tedding finished here. Windrowing done. Baling sorted. We're not going to get a huge amount of bales off this one. The next field potentially will get more hay bales because it's a much bigger field. I say potentially. Who knows? Any bales we do get over and above we'll store at the farm because they can come in handy if we decide to do cows later on. I don't know if we're going to, but we can always have the bales there just in case. I don't know if it'll even let me pick any of that up, but I'll do that later as well. yeah, it really doesn't give you a lot off the edge, which is a bit of a worry when you're doing something like this, and you can lose grass when you first start mowing, or you finish, or like now tedding, it flicks them out a funny angle. If it won't let me pick all that up, you can then end up, I guess, end up short. Not so bad on like some bigger fields, but on smaller ones, if you potentially need every ounce you can get off of this, it's not letting me do that last little bit of grass there, is it? Okay, lift, fold. I'll get these moved. Right. Couldn't make this up because you couldn't make it up. You know what I might do? Don't think it's going to work. Let's hop out. So let's go to that menu, click on that, set destination. This is not going to work, is it? Field 71, what's the best route? So I just put it there. Driving to target, we'll see if he makes it. Let's click on the fast track. Didn't think it would go past the side of that. Okay, well, fingers crossed, they're heading off. If they encounter any other vehicles, we might be in trouble. I should have hitched a ride, really, shouldn't I? Well, I'm coming to get the windrower, and there comes one of the workers. Who knows, maybe it will work. I get, like I said, I think I have my FS19 head on, and I just kept forgetting that you could do it. Couple that with a couple of game crashes, which may not have been related to that, and you think, oh no, I just can't take the chance. And there goes the tedder. Mowers should be along in a second. Here they come. That's actually quite a goal, isn't it? Block by those. What? Where is he? Where is he going? Did he come off the road to let that car go past? Huh? That's mad. Was that all changed in part of the update? I haven't really used the AI worker since that. That's a bit crazy. Oh, well. If it is, so be it. Right, I've got windrowing to do, and then this will go over to the other field. And then we'll get the baling done. I think both of the sets of these are going to Johnson's Farmers Market. I know I shouldn't. Oh dear, that's concerning. AI workers completed their... have they? Where are they? Oh no! And he's on the way. Never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyeballs. Mod 1, Mark 1, eyeballs. So we get on with that. There we go. Now, do I take a chance? The problem is the round baler does different size bales to the square baler. Do I take the chance of doing all square bales and then have a problem with delivery? It's not something I've even considered until now. So it could cause a problem, couldn't it? Just thinking of the baler being left with a little bit in it as well, because I could take the baler over to the other field. Maybe I could do that anyway. If I use the round baler, I could take the round baler over and finish off one bale on the other field. There must be a leeway of at least one bale. Mustn't there, do we reckon? Right. Let's hop out. Or do I want to hop out? Let's go again. Right, so why is the target unreachable now, but the other two were there fine before? Is it because of where I'm asking it to go to? Maybe put it on the field. Set destination, click. Visibility is reducing somewhat. What do we reckon? 2 bales? 3 bales? Actually, those bale collectors, the round bale collectors, probably would have been perfect. But I think we can pick up the bales with pallet forks as well. We should be alright there. Is it going to let me pick up the stuff that's off the field? Or is it going to tell me? That's ridiculous. That's going to be a problem. That's going to leave stuff behind. I need to run, I should have run the windrower along the side, I think. Actually, we might get more bales than that. I didn't think there'd be this much well, hay. So let me do that end. I don't know. It's very weird, isn't it? Maybe I can go and get the smaller one. I need to get that back on the field. Yeah, it's just not letting me. What if I go sideways? Maybe it will let me. There we go. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, a little bit. Most of it. I think it's just the tractor just came off the end of the field. There's a tiny little bit left there, but I don't know if we're going to get that. Let's try. No. It's the tractor itself. No. That's alright. Yeah, so we're going to end up with a part bale. That's a real problem when you got a contract like this. We could end up with just 3 and a bit bales. 3 and a bit bales is not going to cut it, I don't think. So what I think I'll do is I'll do the 3 and a bit bales, take this baler over to the other field, because luckily I need to do hay on that one as well, and then we'll finish off the bale from this one over there. It's not going to take very much to get one more bale. Are we going to get a full bale? That would be a miracle if we do. Okay, maybe that's not necessary. 4 bales it is. Yeah, we've got 130 litres left in that. I'm not too bothered about that. If we pick up. So what we'll do now, stop there. We'll stick them onto it and get these delivered. The mowing's already underway over on field 71. I keep saying 71. It is 71, yeah. The mowing, there you go. The mowing is underway. And then we'll work in the field. Then I'll get the rest done and we'll get that baled up, but that'll be done off screen. What I want to do now, disconnect that. Let's get some lights on because this is ridiculous. There we go. I do like the lights. I might have been central. The lights on the New Holland are pretty good. Please work with the bale spike. That'll do. It's not ideal, but it'll work. And we'll get these delivered. So, bales and oh yeah, we need to, what we'll do, actually yeah, it's not on the way back, is it? These have got to go to Johnson's Farmers Market. Pretty sure they have. Yeah, Johnson's Farmers Market. So we don't actually go back past the farm. I want to show you the beehives. What we'll do, we'll get these delivered and I'll then whiz back to the farm, show you those, and I'll crack on with the rest of this. Or the other contract, this one will be done, but I'm going to keep the equipment for both, because you never know. Can I get this just enough on the edge? I don't think I can. Don't get 2 bales. The prongs on the pallet fork for the telehandler are just a little bit too wide. But we might get lucky. Be lucky, son. Be lucky. Alright, you might be alright. Be lucky. Down to the middle. That'll do. Never seen the like. Never seen the like. Can I strap them down? Kind of. Oh, alright. Will they hold? Hold until relieved. Off to Johnson's. Let's go. Now for the other one, it's a square baler, and there's a square bale loader, so that'll be a lot easier for doing the bales on that. Before the next episode, or the start of the next episode, there may well be just a quick kind of, not necessarily a montage, but possibly a quick video clip of that happening. Because because it's going to be much faster for me to go to Johnson's Farmers Market this way, down the back road, past the grain mill. Let's just hope 4 bales is enough, because if it's not, we're in trouble. Because that's all that field was going to give us. Heading up to Johnson's Farmers Market now, I couldn't work out. As I was driving along, something was moving above me. I kept thinking, what is that? There's a wiper up there, look. I was thinking, what is happening? Right, so this should be over the... I'm not sure where this is just going to unload actually. I assume where I took the rest of the produce, not over the actual grate, because that's a silo of crops. And will it take it automatically? Or do I have to actually unload? Oh, that's interesting. Oh. I wonder if I can... It says Johnson's Farmers Market, doesn't it? I'm going to double check that. Drive to header, bale it, take the bales to Johnson's Farmers Market. They're not going to roll off though on their own, are they? If I can get a bit of speed up, maybe I can. Go on. There it goes. Hang on, 79% transported for field 15. Oh, hang on, I might need to do one more of these. Woo, 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 woo. We can keep hold of a couple of hay bales here. I'm glad that went like that. Let's just get that. Could be contract complete with just one more bale. We've got 3 straw bales at the farm. We can add a few more here. We might get some more off the other one then. Fingers crossed. Contract complete. Excellent. 2 hay bales for the cause. Well, we might as well take these back to the farm then. We can unload them. Ramps up. Like I say, I'm not going to complete the contract yet because I'm using some of the equipment for the other things. I'll see you back at the farm in a moment. We'll have a look at the beehives. It is showing now, we've got a cloud there next, so maybe the snow's not in for the night. We shouldn't, hopefully, we shouldn't in the second half of April, that was close, have snow on the ground. I suppose the best thing to do as well at this point would be to check the weather forecast. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. That's not what it says there. It's saying snow right the way through, and then down the bottom it's saying April 2, snow again. We won't get normal weather, whatever normal weather is, until May. What fun. Right, let's go and have a look at these beehives. Like I said, I put 3 in. 2 of them were 20 grand and were modded. Who were they by? Can't remember. And one was the 19 grand one, standard in game. If I remember, I shall put in the description who the beehives were by. Right then. Yeah, I'll put those under there. And then any others we get we'll put under there as well. Just put that to the side there. What we'll do, just get that. Lights off at the moment. Beacon off. And round the back here, just on the edge of the plot, I put the beehives in. I'm assuming in the wintry weather, in the snow, that the bees hibernate. Because, oh, I'll say that, we have got some honey already being produced, which is great, but there were no bees there's no bees come out the front. So I'm assuming they're all just staying inside. And once the snow stops, we'll probably get some more coming out. But we've got 3 beehives just there. A little bit of landscaping in front. And I've done a little bit of landscaping, just grass, just around the outside of here. I might revisit this and put some concrete or gravel or something down here. Once I've got a full one of these and a full one over there, we'll put the wool into the spinnery. Hopefully we'll get the manufacturing going on that. But for now, I need to go to field 71. Actually, I need to unload those bales first. Then I'll need to get some more tractors. We'll get the bale loader and the square baler over to field 71, and I'll get that one all done. I will see you in the next episode. We've got a fair bit done in this one, actually, even with the snow. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.